City Santander Central Square. What is the name of that church? Parroquia de Nuestra Señora del Rosario de City. When was this town founded? On May 1539. What is the story of the town's name? The name of the town, Cite, has a curious history because in Spanish language the word say or tell is expressed by the word citar or cite. The story tells that the Spanish invaders didn't reach an agreement about the name of the place, so they were discussing who can give the better name. Each person asked to the next one, say the name, partner. In Spanish, cite usted el nombre, compañero. Then they decide that cite could be used as a name. Cite. Locomotive Monument in Barbosa, Santander. When was built this locomotive? Was built in 1947 in New Jersey, United States of America. What means the F and C letters in the locomotive? The F and C letters are the acronym of Ferrocarriles Nacionales de Colombia. What is the story of the locomotive in Barbosa? In the beginning and the middle of the past century, Barbosa Santander grew up from the railroad and train system. Still in these days, this town is a land port where many travelers pass in their routes to Bogota, Bucaramanga, and Caribbean coast, or Medellin and west side of the country. The Barbosa's people have a strong feeling and memories of the locomotive and his train, and they still have the ruins of the ancient train station, which was placed in the last part of the road between Bogota and Socorro, Santander. Story tells that for the ancient settlers, the trains arriving was a big event. They were always waiting for the characteristic sound of the machine in the distance and starting to organize their products, hoping that the travelers buy something to eat or any souvenir from the windows of the big machine. This monument could be the most important symbol of this land and its social history. Was placed here in the year of 2001, once the local government purchased the machine to the national company Ferrocarriles Nacionales. Since that time, this place is often visited for curious people who want to know how looks like these ancient machines and share some of the experience of traveling by train. The Cross Church in Vélez, Santander. What is the name of that church? Catedral de Nuestra Señora de las Nieves de Vélez. When was this town founded? On July 1539. What is the story of the Vélez Church? The Catedral de Nuestra Señora de las Nieves de Vélez, Santander have an special and additional element. Is outlined for his location with regard to the plaza, which suggests to be crossed, so the exit and entry to the interior takes place for one of his sites and not to the traditional usage abreast to the park. That's why in the old region the church is known as the Crossed Church, la Iglesia Atravesada, giving this unique character to the building which makes it different to any other in all region of Vélez and could be unique in the whole country. Stories tells that this territory was chosen by the Spanish invaders for the nice weather, strategic view, and beautiful forest. But they had the problem of the soil inclination. So they decided to build the church in a parallel line with the central square. This particular way of construction is very popular in the people's customs and the Vélez people. When makes jokes about the bad character of anyone, says, is crossed like the Vélez church. Es atravesado como la iglesia de Vélez. This place is the center of the religious organization of Vélez province, which includes 19 towns of this big territory. Flowers Parade in Vélez, Santander. What is the name of that parade? It's the famous Vélez Santander Flowers Parade. What is this celebration? This festival celebrated once in a year is an occasion when thousands of inhabitants and visitors dressed in the traditional costume and travel through several streets of Vélez, between musicians of local instruments like tiples and requintos, and plays traditional music as pasillos and bambucos, while together they share a traditional food named piquete veleño, which is a big lunch made of meat, chicken, red sausage or chorizo, corn-made arepa, and chili pepper or ají. When this parade is celebrated on August 7 of each year. Santo Cristo Peregrination in Guabatá, Santander. What is the name of that procession? Is the Santo Cristo Peregrination in Guabatá, Santander. What is this celebration? This procession could be the largest one of the whole region of Vélez province. Guabatá has preserved as an invaluable treasure the miracle of crucifix that was founded by the Tur River, Rio Ture, by an indigenous woman in the year 1730. The story of the Holy Christ of Guabatá tells that when she saw it floating in the river, hidden in a sheet, and picked it up and give it to the local priest in Guabatá's church. For that reason, at the national level, the municipality is recognized as the main center of religious tourism in Santander. When this peregrination takes place, is celebrated on February 1st and 2nd of each year.